Unbelievable! What's up guys? Hope you all are doing great. Today's video is actually a different flavor than usual. Today we've entered the side-by-side world, and you know, from all the side-by-sides out there, I decided I really wanted to spend some time with my personal favorite from what I've heard and what I've seen, the Yamaha YXZ 1000R. But this particular one is a special YXZ 1000R because it is a 6-speed manual, not the predecessor, which is the 5-speed manual. This is a 2024. The 5-speed was phenomenal, but the 6-speed, I mean, who's gonna say no to an extra gear? So let's take a look at it in depth. Okay guys, I can't even begin to describe how incredible this machine is. You know, I knew it was gonna be pretty fun and great, but that is an understatement. It literally blew my mind from the way it drives to the way it looks. But the best part about this, the best part is the fact that it is a 6-speed manual. The 2024, you know, they upgraded it by an extra gear. They did all that stuff. It's just, I'd say it's the cherry on top, but honestly, this is the holy grail of this machine. The fact that you have a beautiful sequential shifter and a 3-pedal system with a clutch and a rev limit to 12,000 RPM, it's just a recipe for pure enjoyment. That plus the fact that it is a rear-wheel drive machine. Obviously you have the option via the center console to go to all-wheel drive, but you also have the option to diff lock. The bottom knob right here is to access the lights, so you can turn off the lights, turn on the lights, and put the high beam as well. And the handbrake actually works amazing on this machine. So I've just, you know, I've driven lots of things and really cool stuff sometimes, like race cars and road cars and very unique vehicles, let's just say. But the way this thing made me smile and giggle and laugh, I don't think I felt that in any other machine, and that includes certain race cars. The fact that this is easy to access, you know, I don't need an engineer, you don't need anything, it's just incredible. I really do want one of these machines badly. Like I will have one of these, and I will sell some of my bikes. I'll do whatever it takes because I really want one of these machines. And I know side-by-sides, you know, they are generally pretty pricey. But that being said, with regards to the prices of all side-by-sides, you have the Honda Talons, the Polaruses, the Can-Ams, the Mavericks. The Yamaha YXZ 1000 is actually pretty decently priced. I think their MSRP is $21.99, and with certain mods and options, I believe this one is around the 24 mark, something like that. At least that's what I've been told, you know. But yeah, and the Fox suspension is just absolutely great for what it was designed to do. This is not a you know, built to be a rock crawling machine, even though it can handle it. But there are other side-by-sides that would outperform this, and the suspension on this is purely designed like a rally car. It's not meant to just go slow. This car wants to go fast. This car wants to be revved. I mean, when you have a rev limit of 12,000 RPM, you know it's meant to be up there to get the best out of the engine. And the fact that this is a three-cylinder engine, I'll show you right here, is beautiful. 3-cylinder engine, lightweight, and you have the dry sump oil system here. The fact that you have a dry sump oil system too is just such a race car. This is a rally car in disguise. I am fully convinced, because the way it drives, the way it slides, the way it just jumps and does all that stuff, like, I feel like anyone can get in this thing and extract the maximum performance from it. Maybe not the manual version, but definitely they have an SS model, which is a pedal shift. That is the one that, you know, if your driving skills are, you know, not there yet, I think that will make you look like such a better driver. In this one, you will make mistakes, but for me, I would never choose the paddle shift over the 3-pedal on this. It's just incredible to look at, to drive. The feeling of that sequential when you downshift and you get that rev match correctly. It's just so much pleasure. It's hard to describe and put into words. And you know, everything about this machine just screams my name. So that's why I'm just, you know, fully obsessed with this thing. I love the fact that you can literally buy something like this, which is, again, a rally car. It is a rally car in the disguise of a buggy. And you can probably later on slap a turbo on it, and the turbo increases 60% to 70%. I mean, I've seen these things on YouTube. Some people build them to be over 300 horsepower, which I think is a bit too much for this engine. I think that's just a recipe for disaster. I think this engine, I believe the sweet spot of this engine is between the 200 to 250 horsepower. But that, for a machine that weighs the size of a matchbox, is just fantastic. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You can do this. I will say that trying to heel and toe this machine is a bit difficult, only because of the gap. There's a big gap between the brake pedal and the throttle pedal, but other than that, it's absolutely phenomenal. And it can be done. You just need to really make your foot as wide as possible. What a thing! Wow. Driving with flip-flops isn't exactly the best choice for this type of, you know, application. I can heel and toe it as is, but like I said, you just have to really spread your foot. What a machine! What a thing! I want one so bad! For those of you thinking of titling this thing for, you know, street legal use, I would definitely put an overdrive gear on 6th gear, because on, you know, highways where you're gonna drive really fast or something, you do need that extra overdrive. I don't know if it's being limited with the RPM or something, but you do need an overdrive gear because I just don't want to rev it too much all the way. So I give it a kick and then I clutch it in to let the car just roll and coast. One thing about these things, you should never coast with the ignition off, because the system lubricates best when it's on. So yeah, that's the main thing with these things. So you can coast with the clutch in as long as the car is on and the engine is running. That's the best thing. But do not switch it off, because it can damage the engine internals if there is not sufficient lubrication. I can't wait to get one of these things. I think I'll drive it every single day. Such a cool thing. I can't believe I still have like a couple of thousand RPM to go. It's like my own rally stage. Yeah. Just look at it. It's so aggressive looking. All the vents. It kind of reminds me of the Yamaha Raptor a little bit. I love the way Yamaha designs their machines. They make them look so mean and angry and just ready to pounce. Look how many vents it has. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in a row. Plus you have these mean looking lights like eyes, and you have a beautiful intake scoop right there for the rear radiator. That's with also the particle separator in the middle right there. Also, you have a massive rear radiator over here. On the older generations, the radiator was actually put in the front, but that actually was a flaw, so they decided to put it in the back. It's a more protective place for the radiator, plus it doesn't affect the airflow because you have a massive gap right here to where the intake takes the air. One thing I will say with regards to this machine, now driving it without a helmet is possible, but I definitely say wear a helmet because, one, safety, and two, without a windshield, it's like a race car or a motorcycle. The wind is just blowing through your face. And these things are capable of over 95 miles an hour, especially with an exhaust and a tune. That being said, if I ever have one of these, which I will very soon, I guarantee you that, remember my words, the first thing I would do, I know these can be widened a little bit. So the first thing I would do is widen the wheelbase a little bit to give me that extra stability, because the way I drive, I'm pretty much trying to corner everything top speed, flat out, 6th gear or 5th gear. So it gets a bit twitchy, especially if there's a bump or a bounce. You do feel like there's a little bit of body roll, not too much, it's still safe, but I would still widen it because I feel like with those wider A-arms or maybe even spacers or something, you will have that extra high-speed traction. Obviously, the suspension will need to be readjusted because the widening will, increase leverage to compress the shocks and all that stuff. But that being said, when I get one of these, I'm not going to say if, when I get one of these, I love the fact that it has, mirrors. These are an option, by the way. I definitely will widen it. Eventually, it needs a tune to reach that over 95 miles an hour. You need that tune, and definitely a good exhaust system, a full system, not just a slip-on. I would definitely put a full system here with headers and all that stuff. Definitely a sunroof, maybe, And I saw that Yamaha makes these specific windshields for this thing where it folds down, but then when you want to experience it without a windshield, you just lift it and it folds over the sunroof. My only concern with that is once you put a windshield here and you are moving fast, I look at this intake, I keep thinking about this intake, and it makes me think this is designed to flow the air through that intake to keep the radiator cool. So I don't know how that would work for me, but maybe if there's a way to put the windshield here and kind of make a little cutout or a scoop here or something to let it, to make sure that the air goes all the way back to that intake. But yeah, other than that, definitely I would put a 4-point harness. I will say that you need a 4-point harness because these seat belts, the way I'm driving right now, are absolute, I don't want to say this, but absolute garbage. This thing should come with 4-point harnesses standard. This shouldn't even be an option on this thing because it's ridiculous in my opinion. No matter what you do, whether you roll or whatever, this is something with no roof. You have a roll cage, of course, but you need to be secure in your seats. Otherwise, the roll cage absolutely is useless. I do like the safety features though. They did put this because you're not really supposed to dangle your arm out of this thing, just in case somebody rolls it or anything. I like the grab bar right here. I like the storage compartment that you have over here. It is pretty spacious. You have another one in the middle. So yeah, this is not really like your average review or anything. This is just something that I've always been interested in, and I fell in love with these things ever since 2016 when they came out. Never really could get my hands on one of them, but now we did, and honestly it was worth the wait, because I think we got the best of the ones they released with that 6-speed manual. And yeah, I'm just blown away by this machine, and I can't wait to rip it around some more, and hopefully figure out a way to get one of these very soon, because you know, it's just phenomenal. It's really, really phenomenal. And for the price point, I mean, do you get a car that's, I mean, what do you pay for a Mazda Miata? You pay, you know, over 20-30 for something that's modified. I would rather get something like this and have it be 2024. It's got some warranty on it. It's you know, it's Yamaha. It's a Japanese build. It's reliable. It's fantastic, lightweight. Again, so many good things I want to say about this machine. Really, it took my breath away. That's as far as I would go with this thing. It literally took my breath away. I would definitely make it wider so that I can corner a bit faster. Suspension is great, but I would widen it definitely, either with A-arms or spacers or something. All right, guys, so that's it for the 2024 Yamaha YXZ 1000R 6-speed manual, 3-pedal. This thing is an absolutely incredible machine. Rarely do I extend my videos, this long, unless it's something really unique or really special. This is really up there in that category, in my opinion, because for me, the amount of fun to dollar ratio in this is really hard to beat. You have lots of machines that are in the $100,000 range. I mean, you look at a regular rally car, which this thing really is in disguise. Those are hundreds of thousands of dollars. And even if you want to, get something simple, it's still going to cost you lots of money. This thing is ready to go brand new out the door. I mean, you can get them pre-owned, probably that very low mileage and stuff. I'm not sure about the price on that. But yeah, this is a sad moment for me because the video is ending and I just want to drive this thing all day. I really had a blast with this. Can't say enough good things about it. Definitely will look into one. I really had a great time. Usually when I'm filming these videos, I'm more focused on camera angles, and I'm focused on the equipment, and I'm focused on the video, so you guys see a nice video, but really behind the scenes I'm not really having fun. I'm just trying to get a good shot to make good content for you guys that's enjoyable to watch. So I sacrifice a bit of that pleasure for me to make sure that I get good content. With this thing, I didn't really do that. I let myself go a little bit. I let myself just, let the cameras roll, and I just wanted to enjoy the moment that I'm spending with this machine. It is really something special. Would I recommend it? Absolutely, I would recommend it. I would recommend it to car people and bike people alike. So if you like quads, ATVs, or dirt bikes, this thing will put a smile on your face. If you like, cars, and you come from the car world, which this thing is more that, this is more of a car, a vehicle, than it is a motorcycle or a buggy or an ATV, especially with the way it drives with that sequential manual. It's really, like I said, a rally car in disguise. And like I said, price point, you want to buy any rally car, I don't care what it is, even if it's a old Corolla or something, you're looking at a couple of $1,000s. But something like this, I think, despite the fact that side-by-sides, like I said, are expensive, what you get for what you pay in terms of fun, I think, like I said again, it's immeasurable in this thing. And what a beautiful machine. So I'll leave you with that, and I'll end the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did. I truly did, and I will see you guys next time. Ciao.